everyone, it's Jess from Camera by Your Side. I'm here with Late Night Reading. It's the first night of the tour. Do you guys get nervous, or do you have any stage fright or anything like that?
I don't think so. I think we're just ready to go.
I'm definitely ready to go. I am a little nervous because it is the first night of tour, and we have a lot of friends and stuff in the New York City area, but I think it'll go all right. Our practices were sounding okay.
Yeah, it's first day of tour is it's always like everything's bound to go wrong. So yeah, it probably will go wrong. So you just gotta work through it and just say, it's all right. So yeah.
The set's pretty fun though. I think even if we fuck up or something goes wrong, we'll just laugh it off and do whatever. But yeah, I think we got a solid crew on this tour. So if anything does go wrong, they'll snap to it.
Shout out to Kevin.
And Ryan.
Now, you guys are starting the tour in New York City. Have you guys gotten to spend any time here, or are there any favorite places in New York that you guys like to go to?
We did get to spend a little time here.
We
Actually, a
just
couple.
spent,
Yeah. What was that mac and cheese place called?
Smack.
Yeah,
That
we
was
went to
it,
Smack.
yeah.
That place was awesome.
Yeah, we like to go there. We've been to Times Square so many times that we don't even want to go to Times Square anymore. I've seen fake Spider-Man too many times. I was crushed when I found out he was fake.
I don't know. I like chilling out in Soho, and just going out to the bars or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what's up. I like New York.
I actually am one of those fake Spider-Man.
Oh.
Now, I've seen interviews with you guys, and I've heard that you guys don't really have a backstory behind your name, Late Night Reading. But I have to ask, do you guys do a lot of late night reading, or if you don't, do you have a favorite book?
Well,
yeah.
when we started the band, it was ironic because we were younger and we didn't read at night, but now we actually do, and I can't even talk about it because people are like, "Oh, late night reading."
No
I'm like,
joke.
"Oh, yeah, I'm just trying to read."
I read a lot of Stephen King, Michael Crichton, that kind of stuff. But yeah, coloring books.
I just brought Paper Towns with me. I'm gonna read that on this tour.
That's a good book. It's really
I've
good.
heard it's amazing. So
The dictionary is a good one. Just go through.
the encyclopedia.
Yeah. Late night reading.
Now, you guys are huge on social media. Do you guys check when you guys are tagged in things such as like Man Crush Monday or anything like that, or you go through your tweets, and what is that process like?
Well, you said huge, and I don't know if you've seen Justin Bieber, but he's definitely huge. We have a couple of.
My mom follows us.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
We do. We read everything though.
Yeah,
we are, like,
if it's like a Man Crush Monday or
ridiculous.
something, like I definitely see it. But I don't always
look
tweet
at every
about it.
tweet. We favorite everything, retweet everything. Like
Yeah.
if you tweet us, we see it.
For sure. No, I love, especially going on tour. I love to talk to all the fans that are going to come out to the shows and stuff. And
Yeah, that's my favorite time to be on social media.
definitely,
is
it's
on
just
tour.
like seeing who's going to come out, and then I see them at the show and I recognize them, and then
Yeah.
like we get to talking, and it's like you already know who they are. So
Damn,
Yeah, we see it all.
we see it all. We see it.
somebody's watching.
Now, when we got here, there were fans outside of the venue. Do you guys ever get like weirded out by that? Are you used to that feeling of people knowing who you guys are and kind of coming out to the shows for you guys?
We love it. It's the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah, no, I've definitely been in that position countless times where I'm the fan waiting outside. When I was younger, going to see bands and stuff. So to be on the other end of that is really cool, and we try to get back to them as much as we can.
It's like half of it is like, we're like, it's really cool, and then the other half is, like we've been there and we know what it's like, but I feel like we tried to sign up for this a long, long time ago, and part of it's like, well, it should be happening if you want it to happen, but it's like very humbling to just have anyone come out to our shows. Yeah, so it's cool. I don't think we'll ever get over it.
Yeah.
Now, how do your family and friends, like the kids you went to high school with and your cousins and stuff like that, how do they feel about you being known, going out on the road, having like albums on Spotify and stuff like that? Do they talk about it at all?
It's really funny because it used to be probably like a year and a half ago, at least for me, like it was kind of like with my family, it was like, oh, he's doing that band thing or whatever, and now like all my cousins are like fans of the band, and like all my family's always like, what are you doing next? What's going on? Like, so I'm just like,
Definitely. They're all very interested, and all our families are very supportive. My grandma still won't stop telling me to go to college, but everyone else in my family loves the band, and she still likes the music and stuff. But I mean, even Clayton's family is really supportive of everything.
Yeah.
And
Even mine.
even Clayton's grandparents, Clayton's British grandma.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
correct.
So for guys your age, you have kind of a cool lifestyle, obviously, going on tour, and you guys aren't in college. So what was that decision like to decide to go on tour and be in a band instead of pursuing an education or some other career?
Well,
it's
Clayton
kinda-
was the only one who got close enough to say to really give an answer on this.
There was like a picture in all colleges that was like, don't admit, like, with my face on it. But no, I'm kidding. It's a scary moment, like that drop off point where you're like, I'm going to do this, but I think we're all really big believers in if you want something enough, you're going to make it happen.
Well,
so.
and you can go to 4 years of college and still have trouble getting a job. You know, it's not going to guarantee that you get a job. It just gives you more credibility to getting a job.
So why not create a job?
Yeah, it's exactly.
I mean, I was in school before I joined this band. I was in college, and then I just kind of, popped out of there, and we've been touring ever since.
You were ready to go to school. You had just cut all your hair off. You were like,
Yeah, now I did again.
Be a business major.
Yeah, just got this guy up here. It's a really big woodpecker up there. Yeah, but I mean, I think you can get an education from so many other places in a school, and just because we're not in school, it doesn't mean we're not always trying to learn and stuff. So, I mean, yeah, and then there's always online school. So,
Very true.
yeah. So maybe one day.
I definitely think that the line of work we're trying to do is something you can't really go to school for per se to tour. I feel like the best way to learn it is to go out and just kind of experience it and learn the ropes that way. But maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just a hands-on learner, you know.
Well, I completely respect that. And you guys have done a lot of cool things on the road, but also had some uncool things happen, like your van being broken into. So could you talk about some of those moments and some learning experiences?
About one that happened today.
Yeah, just now.
We were loading into the venue and we got ticketed for parking while we were loading in. So that's just one of the many things that can happen while you're on the road. But I mean, yeah, we've gotten broken into. We've gotten everything stolen. We've broken down in the worst places you could ever break down. Yeah, like pretty much like all those horror stories that I heard from other bands when we first started touring. I was like, oh man, like that's not gonna happen to us. Yeah, that.
Every single one of them. Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing you got to learn when that kind of stuff happens is to just not let it be that end of the world moment for you, where you got to be like, all right, we will come back from this. Don't worry about it. Like, have that foresight to be able to see through it and keep going.
Now, when you guys pick out your touring schedule, is there a season that you prefer to go touring in? Like, do you guys like to tour in the summer or winter or fall?
Winter.
Yeah, I love the not winter.
Not winter season is great.
Yeah, we've toured in the winter, and it's not fun to pull your guitars out of the trailer and like have them frozen or something. We've had that. We had to like unthaw our instruments in the winter.
Yeah, literally on our last tour, in like February of last year, on a past tour, I had to use a hair dryer to unfreeze my cab because it was
Good times.
frozen.
So not winter is our favorite. But I like the spring and fall because it's not too hot. We did a tour in the summer a while back, and it was just like insanely hot when we were in Texas and stuff. I couldn't even bear it. I'm a pale kid, you know. I'm gonna burn out there.
Now, how do you guys pack for tour? You guys have a van, so do you guys have like a big suitcase full of stuff? Do you have to pack really lightly? And are there essential items that you have to have?
I pack everything that I'm not going to need, and I don't pack everything that I will need.
Okay.
So.
Well, see, I pack only the things I need, which is something you should start. You should do that. That's really good.
But always be like, man, I should have brought that shirt that I like, or like, contact solution. I didn't do that.
You never bring that.
I packed up about 10 minutes before they picked me up last night.
Yeah.
So I got one bag and a backpack.
Yep.
That's pretty much nothing in it.
That's pretty much what we do. But yeah we you just don't want to have the biggest suitcase because then you're the diva of the tour. So we all try to pack pretty normal sized suitcases and then live out of backpacks and stuff for the most part.
Try to fit as most as you can into that little smaller suitcase. Be like, I'm good. I just need like one thing.
But it is interesting to have all your entire life into a suitcase and then you unfold that at the hotel or whatever, and then you put it back away, pack up your life, and put it back in a trailer every night.
The scariest moment, to expand on that, is when your entire life is in a backpack or a suitcase. When you lose track of that, is the worst feeling in the world. Like, if you don't know where your entire life is, like, it's pretty awful. Your heart drops pretty hard. It's a lot of like charging phones and stuff. We have like a circuit breaker in the front of the van that everyone's just like like plugged into. I don't know how it doesn't blow the van, but a lot of the times, like if you're in the farther part of the van, like you got to rely on your laptop as just like a giant battery for your phone. But yeah, it's hard to live with a bunch of people in hotel rooms and stuff, but it's fun.
I definitely have a good time.
I
But
didn't hear anything you guys just said.
Oh,
Did
you hear that?
There's a drum solo upstairs. It sounded good.
That was
Kudos. Good work.
So such a great drummer. Yeah. No, it's not terrible. Sometimes you can't charge your phone, and that's it. But yeah,
Tell people like, hey, I know we're talking right now, but like,
I'm gonna be gone for the next 2 hours. I gotta charge this baby.
but yeah, that's it.
So, do you guys have any goals as a band? Would you guys want to do Warped Tour? You're on a headline tour right now, which is huge. But is there anything else that you guys want to do touring wise?
We just want to keep touring. Just
Yeah.
keep going.
I think our immediate goals are to kill it on this tour, see how the draws turn out, and keep putting new music out. We just dropped a new record, and we're already trying to work on getting the next one out there, and just keep pushing new music and new content, and just staying out there and relevant for our fans.
Yeah, playing, like you said, playing Warped Tour would be awesome. We would never want that to be like our ceiling. Like, we want to take it to the top, as high as we can go. So, yeah, just keep rolling, keep doing our thing, honestly.